yeah. So I thought it'd be a good idea to go see England and Sri Lanka, just the two tests. Obviously, the Gaul Test match was quite tempting. Um, so I had a flight booked. This was in early March. Um, that got cancelled due to the COVID lockdown. So I had to get another flight via Poland to get to Sri Lanka. As I was sat on the plane for takeoff, I checked the sport news, and the cricket was also cancelled. Uh, so I was like, okay. I went anyway because I had a few friends in the Barmy Army I wanted to see. So went to Unawatuna, which is just round. It's like 10 minutes from Gaul, um, to see them. Uh, and the situation in that week sort of deteriorated. There was the foreign minister asking all tourists and British citizens to return. A few like Barmy armies panicked and got expensive flights home, and I'd been I really didn't want to go home. I'd been saving money for a few months beforehand to get there. I didn't want to sort of surrender the trip so meekly. So I actually went further around the coast to a place called Dickwello and a beach called Hirakatia, which is where I ended up spending the lockdown, which was not bad. So I had access to a beach, so it wasn't the worst lockdown anyone's had.
You've actually your video's just frozen there.
Are you gonna are you intertwining with questions, or am I just gonna keep
Yeah, no,
rambling?
I am. So, but your video's just frozen. So I'm
Oh,
just going
sorry.
to catch
Yeah.
up. All right. Sorry. Oh, it's weird
Okay.
now. Your face is fast
So I'm
forwarding.
tethering
The, I think we're back. We're back. Yeah, we're back. Okay. So
Okay.
what sort of reaction were you getting from back home at this point?
I'm if I remember rightly, like people are pretty supportive. I kind of made the decision to stay and not travel because it was quite clear that people moving around were spreading the virus. Um, so people were pretty supportive. I was like, when I said I was going to stay, I don't think it's safe to fly. I think everyone should just stop moving. I think in my head, this this would be like maybe a month maximum lockdown, but it seemed to just like rumble on forever and ever, and um, the situation got incredibly worse. So I ended up just having to just to sit tight. Um, just so happened to be sitting tight on a beach.
So tell me about beach life.
Um, it was good. I mean, there was the Hirakatia beach is a popular tourist spot, and I'd not been there before, but I'd seen pictures and heard stories of the beach being like round full of tourists, and like a lot of time I'd have the whole beach to myself, which was pretty blissful. I could go for a swim in the morning. Um, there's plenty of beach dogs. I adopted one and brought him back to my hostel room, and the hostel owner wasn't too best pleased with that he was staying with me. Um, uh, so that was nice to have a little bit of company, and even managed to get him rehomed, which was a nice story because I was also worried that you're not really meant to adopt these dogs because they become quite dependent on you. But little pup has a new home and family, which is great. Say that. And then yeah, just met a few nice people. There's a handful of tourists still there, sort of soaking it up and soaking up the beach during a very low periods.